This video is a continuation from the previous one where we deployed VXLAN floating layer multicast data plane, which essentially meant that we use multicast to discover VTAPs, to discover the leaves dynamically. So we saw in that video that we assign SP1 spine 1 as the RP, okay? And so all the other leaves, leaf 1 and leaf 3, they also configure spine 1 as the RP, which was working. But this scenario is not feasible for a production environment, because if something happened to spine 1, we would lose access to the RP address. So to solve this problem, we can deploy multiple RP or multiple spines that are going to act as the RP, which means that we need a way to ensure that in case one of these spines or other spines that we might have in the future, if one of them becomes offline, the RP IP address is always reachable. And so that's essentially what Anycast, and I'm terrible spelling this, Anycast RP is going to help us, okay? So we will have an Anycast RP, which means we're going to have an IP address assigned to both spines at the same time. So we will share between both spines, and that IP is going to be used as the RP address on these leaves. So probably we'll be using something like 12, just say 1, 2, spine 1, 2, spine 2. So 12, 12, 12. So that's going to be the Anycast RP. And so the leaves, they're going to configure the RP address as 12, 12, 12, and 12. So all the deployment, the VXLAN, the VLAN, all that part, we don't have to change. The only change we're going to do is related with the multicast or Anycast RP feature, okay? So I didn't remove the previous configuration, so we're going to build on top of that. So meaning we already have OSPF deployed, we have the multicast PIM enabled, we already have the multicast group assigned. So the only thing that we're going to change is going to be the RP address on the leaves, and we're going to also add the new configuration on the spines to have this Anycast RP. Now let's start with spine 1 first. Okay, so plug in. Okay, let me see if I can make it add. So I have IP PIM. So first thing first, I'm going to remove this command. Okay, and I'm going to create a new loopback interface. That's going to be loopback 1. And I'm going to assign the IP address 12.12.12.13. I'm going to enable OSPF on this interface, so that's going to be IP router OSPF1 area 0. I'm going to enable PIM sparse mode on this interface. Okay, and should see it change to 12.12.12 loopback 1. Okay, and now we're going to say IP PIM Anycast RP, so that's going to be the Anycast RP address, in this case 12.12.12. And then we're going to say, okay, how which spines are going to be part of this Anycast RP address. So that's going to be 192.168.0.1. Maybe right there. So let me delete this. Okay, so that's going to be 1, and then it's going to be 2, because spine 2 will also be part of this Anycast RP address. So let me just double check that we have everything in place. So 12.12.12, 0.1 and 0.2. So at the interface level, not change there. Okay, should be the 1. So still have that working. And so now let's do the same on spine 2. So let me bring spine 2 here. Okay, let me see if I have. Okay, the interfaces are down, so that's going to be the first thing to change. Okay, shut. So I'm going to enable him. Right there, him. I don't know if I have OSPF already enabled on this, but I'm going to confirm this in a moment. Okay, done. Show IP, oh, SPF interface brief. Yeah, so SPF is already enabled. So IP SPF neighbor should have two neighbors there. Okay, so okay, we only have to focus on multicast. So loop back 0 IP pim sparse mode. Loop back 1 going to be 12.12.12/32. IP router OSPF1 area 0. Sparse mode. IP pin Anycast RP. It's going to be our Anycast RP address. And it's going to be 01 and 02. I'm going to enable pin sparse mode on the interface. So that's going to be probably 2. Let me double check on this. So that should say 2 and 4. IP pin sparse mode. Okay, done. So now if we go to leaf 1, couple changes we have to make here. Okay, my bad here. So show run theme. We're going to remove 01 as the RP address, and we're going to assign RP as 12.12.12.12. Okay, so we're going to do the same on leaf 3. Let me add it. So config show run theme. Move these. So IP pim RP 12.12.12.12. Okay, so now let's double check. So we have everything in place. So IP pim RP. To see the RP is 12.12.12.12. Let me double check on leaf 1 as well. Okay, that's great. Now if we take a look at spine 1, we should see that we have 2 members as the Anycast. So we have the Anycast RP 12.12.12.12, and we have 2 members, spine 1 and spine 2. Just confirm that we have the same output on spine 2. And yeah, we can confirm that 12.12.12 members, spine 1 and spine 2. Now this means that from communication from R1, R5 to R8 shouldn't be impacted at all, so still be working. Okay, so probably this is going through that discovery phase, and we can see that now it's working. Actually, I'm running capture right now, so if we run this again, and so probably I should be using, let's take a look at 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, let me bring both captures here. I don't know which one is the first one. So I have OSPF running. Okay, 2.9.2.10. Okay, so let's send some packets there. We can see. Okay, looks like it's using both interface or using ECMP. And so we have ICMP packet being encapsulated, and we have the source IP between R5 and R8, both MAC addresses. From a VXLAN perspective, we didn't change anything, so still have using the VNI 12310, UDP destination buffer 789, the communication between VTAPs, VTAP 11 and VTAP 13, so everything's still working just fine. So again, the only benefit, the change we did on this environment is that now if one of the spines becomes unavailable, we won't lose our multicast network, because the other spine still be acting as the RP using the Anycast RP address. So in the next video, we'll start looking at some advanced topologies like combining VXLAN with the multicast, Anycast RP, and BGP EVPN. So I'll see you in the next one.